fall off, man. Go to somebody else shit, man. You know, y'all, you shouldn't feel bad. Boosie putting you in his world all the time, letting y'all see this shit, letting y'all see how this rap shit is, and you don't even want to spend $10, $20 and buy a nigga CD. Get the fuck off my life right now. Nigga be all on live, have y'all laughing and shit. You don't even want to spend $9. You don't want to buy one song. Get there on the song. Get the fuck, please. Come back tomorrow, man. We gonna cut up tomorrow. You won't watch my live. I have top live in the country all the time. So you just like to see me act a fool, but you don't want to support me. Can you please get the fuck right now? And I mean that. Come back tomorrow. I'm gonna cut up tomorrow with y'all.
All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing out there? Y'all can't act like this ain't a little funny, bro. This is a tad bit funny, fam. So Boosie Badass was on IG Live, and he's a frequent IG Liver. He's one of the OG rappers that gets on Instagram Live a lot. By the way, I thought about this the other day. My favorite rapper of all time, I'm from Memphis. My favorite rapper is Yo Gotti. I'm so happy my favorite rapper don't be on IG Live trying to do it for the gram. I'm so happy that my favorite rapper of all time, I can go to the grave saying he don't do all that politicking or that promoting or kicking it with the fans, because I have an image of Gotti that I want to uphold in my head, right? Just being a fan of his music. And I'm so happy my favorite rapper don't be on here trying to do it for IG Live, letting you know his daily whereabouts, right? He posts, but not daily. Anywho, Boosie Badass is somebody that does post. He likes talking to his fans. He likes interacting with his fans. And that's dope, by the way. I'm not mad at it by any means. He talks to his fans. He does a lot of IG posts. Some have gotten him in trouble. Some funny. It is what it is. Now, Boosie's upset because he just put out a new project. And, you know, back in the day, Boosie would not have cared. Remember when Boosie was coming up, he was up during the mixtape era, right? So who cared how many streams you do? This was a popularity contest, like with live mixtapes and all these big platforms where people could get your music free. See, it's all fun and games. People will keep with you and do all that with you when I can go download your music for free. But nowadays, you either got to pay that $9.99 for somebody's project / mixtape / album, or you got to go to a streaming platform like Tidal, Apple, Google Play, some of these other streaming platforms to get someone's music. And that's where the conflict happens for a guy like Boosie. I want y'all to understand something. Boosie has an interesting brand. Boosie pretty much, and if I were around Boosie, I was just around Boosie a few months ago, I would tell him this, right? I would explain this to him because I'm younger than Boosie. He might not understand the internet like I do. See, he sees these 20s or 30s of thousands of IG Live people, people in this IG Live, and he's like, yo, I got these millions of followers. My shit finna go through the roof when I drop my album. That's not necessarily the case with the internet. What I've learned with the internet is it brings people out to come see you, not necessarily translate into album sales, Netflix views, movie sales. It doesn't necessarily translate. I've seen people with millions of followers. They can't get a good opening weekend number in the box office, or just like Boosie, not be able to sell albums. So here's what happened with Boosie. He goes and performs everywhere. He's a down south staple. And I want to make this clear. Boosie is a whole down south legend. Nobody could ever take that title away from him. But Boosie's got to understand, first and foremost, when you go to these venues, for the most part, you perform your classic material. You're not going to these venues because people want to hear your new music. Most of these people go to see a Boosie show at this point in his career. He might catch a record every now and then. A feature might be hotter. He might hop on a Yellow Beezy record and that joint might be going right. But overall, this is all classic catalog. They want to see you perform independent. They want to see you come out and say, they say that I'm crazy. They want to hear that type stuff from Boosie. They're not really necessarily coming to hear any new material from Boosie. You represent a lot of people's childhoods. I would imagine Boosie's demographic at his shows are probably pretty much about 30 and on up, right, at this point in his career, because people are reliving their childhood with an artist that was special to them, and he is one of those artists for a lot of people down south. You already touching the people in person. That IG Live thing is more or less to connect with people so people can see you day in, day out, how you're living and all that. I don't think it necessarily means I'm gonna go support your project. Instagram to other platforms is difficult. Trust me, I haven't even got down to Instagram, like getting people from YouTube. I do millions of views on YouTube every week, but I don't necessarily have a lot of followers. I'm not chasing it either, but I've had to learn that just because you popping on one platform don't mean you popping on the next. Just because people like your music, or just because people like seeing you on IG Live joke around with them, that doesn't necessarily mean those brands are going to connect. And unfortunately for Boosie Badass, it's been reported that he only sold 300 copies of his latest project, something 3.5, in the first week. And it's upsetting to him. He's to the point where he told everybody on his IG Live to get out and I'll talk tomorrow. See, I think Boosie playing this thing all wrong. I think Boosie is hilarious, by the way. Like I was just around, like I said, I was around Boosie a few months ago, and he had everybody cracking up laughing. I think Boosie needs to kind of move from the rap game a little bit at this point in his career, because he can still perform the rest of his career, and kind of move to that IG commentary side and come get that bag. Now, I know he's a rap legend in the South, and he probably don't want to do that and stain his image and go out like that. I'm just saying, I think Boosie is a hilarious nigga, and I would love to see more of the comedy from him. I don't know how he would craft that, but in regards to getting that IG Live crowd, them 20s or 30s of thousand views, to translate into album sales, it takes a little bit more of the groundwork. You have to brand yourself as a musician. Like, you just can't come on IG Live and laugh with people. What they're coming to you for is laughs, not necessarily music at this point in your career. They're coming to you for the persona of Boosie, not the musician Boosie, if that makes sense. And that's not translating into album sales, and I see why he could be frustrated, because the numbers don't add up. And for a lot of people, the numbers ain't gonna add up. A lot of people gonna have millions of followers in the future, and the numbers not gonna add up. Like, a lot of people got subscribers on YouTube and they do hip-hop videos, but the numbers don't add up. There's no reason how I got 200,000 subscribers and I can do more views than Hot 97's YouTube that got millions of subscribers, 2 million subscribers, but I do, because the numbers don't add up. Now, compare my platform, my small and growing platform, to like a Breakfast Club. I don't do nowhere near the amount of views that they do, because they got impact. I think Boosie's kind of looking at his followers and his IG Live views as necessarily music impact. No, I think that's Instagram Live impact, and then as media grows, those are two different followers. Nothing wrong with that IG Live impact. I think that more or less will get people to come out to your shows. Like, if you're on Instagram Live and you ask all the fans, like, yo, I'm in Denver, Colorado tonight, y'all want to come see me at the show? Like, come DM me, I'll give you a couple free tickets, or y'all come to my show, come fuck with me. I think that'll get people out their seats, because they're vibing with the person Boosie. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to vibe with the musician Boosie if music is not being presented in them IG Live posts. While we're talking about Boosie, yesterday, by the way, Boosie was arrested on a drug and gun charge at a traffic stop in some part of Georgia. He was rolling around with a guy by the name of Antonio Allen, and they got caught with some marijuana. They got caught with a gun or two. A lot of money was in Boosie bag. You know, typical stuff. I can tell you this: Boosie has been released earlier today on a $3,500 bond. Look, Boosie got off of parole back in 2018. I think he's fine. He doesn't have anything necessarily legally going on. It's not like he's still fighting the case, the murder case and all that. I think Boosie will be fine overall. I don't expect this to go any further than that. He'll be all right. He just needs to sell a couple albums and get him back in a good mood, and then he'll be fine. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support. I don't take it for granted. What y'all think about Boosie, the IG comedian? You know who I look at him like? I think he could be a down south version of 50 Cent. And 50, by the way, 50 ain't had a record in years, but he's somehow making his brand work, and he's using those little, you know, that popularity he gets from them Tierra Marie posts and them Wendy Williams posts and them Floyd Mayweather posts, and he making that shit work in the film world. So I'm not saying it can't be done. We'll see what happens with Boosie in the future. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
TALIAFERRO. Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.